be able to see him. Are you catching him now? I wonder if anyone's been able to identify him just yet. Anything?
No, kind of.
I say he's just lying down in the grass at the moment, and where he is it's quite difficult to try and get any closer at the moment. All we're going to do is stay a little bit longer. Yeah. So just to say goodbye to everybody who's leaving us. Thanks from myself and the team here at Safari TV, and we'll be back very shortly. So I'm going to stick with him and just see if we can get him moving. It looks like him doing it to me. At the moment, as I say, it's difficult to get a better view of him. But I think he might move at some stage. So do bear with us. I know it's going to be frustrating for you not to see him too well. But at the moment, I can't get really much closer than I am. Something's disturbing the guinea fowl in the trees on the opposite side of the bank. Okay, just while he's looking towards us, I'm just dropping the spotlight, just so we're not blinding him. What I will try and do is try and move to where the other vehicle is, once the other vehicle pulls out. As I said, at the moment, if I try and move, because he's sitting on the other side of a dip, you're not going to be able to see even more. He's actually caught the sight of something. I'm just going to switch the spotlight off because he's actually just seen something. Whatever it was, he decided it's not really worth anything. I've got to be very careful putting spotlights on them at night, showing them off to any potential prey. So at the moment, he's quite well hidden, so the guinea fowl on the other side won't be able to see him. I'm just wondering if the other leopard's actually coming in, and that's what they're shouting about. Okay, the other vehicle is moving. So just to let you guys know, if anyone missed, if he is turning his head towards me, I don't want to blind him with the spotlight. So I'm just dropping the spotlight a little bit off of him so that we don't blind him. Obviously it's going to be a bit frustrating for you guys because you can't see him, but we want to try and keep this animal as relaxed as possible, and if I carry on blinding him, then he's really not going to appreciate that at all. So I need to make sure that he's still comfortable. Okay, now that the other vehicle has moved, I'm going to see if I can try and get a better position so that we can get a little bit closer to him and get a better view of him. So bear with me, I'm going to turn the light off for now. And I'll see if we can get a slightly better view.
I can literally see nothing.
Okay. Can you see anything or not? Can you see? Can you see? Okay, and I'm hoping some other people are actually agreeing with me. So I was saying, I wonder if anyone can identify him, but I think it was a little bit difficult from the pictures that we had a little bit earlier. So I'm wondering if there's a few people identifying him now. But it looks to me that it is Induna. You can see the circle of spots just above his eye when he turns his head the other way. And he has his bat wings, as people like to call it. And what's really nice is Induna seems to have relaxed a little bit. He went through the stage of being a little bit worried about the vehicles and actually running off into the bush quite a lot and taking after his father. So kind of just tried to help him relax a little bit again. And I say taking it slowly around him, and it seems to have worked. He seems to have relaxed a lot more again. I'm just dropping the light again because he's looking in the direction of the spotlight again. I think there's definitely going to be a few things to follow up on. Sounds like the Styx Pride is somewhere to the west, just around Triple M boundary. So with any luck they might make their way out onto our side of the area. Maybe they'll come through and stay in. Maybe even come down to Gary Dam to come and drink. I don't think he's going to be trying to hunt anytime soon. As I say, this wind is still quite strong. And I think his scent is actually going across the dam where the impala are at the moment. And that's the hippos making their call. We're going to be leaving the safety of the dam very shortly. Going to find some grazing. What have you just spotted this one? Oh, he spotted something. I've got to turn the light off. I don't want to show him up to where the prey is, but he's definitely just spotted something. He's almost bound into action. Now we're not allowed to put the spotlight on, as I say, prior to hunting, because if you put the spotlight on to show the predator, then the prey is going to see where he is. If you put the spotlight on the prey, then it's going to blind them and give them an unfair, or the predator an unfair advantage. So unfortunately we are going to have to sit in the dark a little bit. Just about making out his body shape, but he's sat bolt upright. It looks like whatever it is just behind us. All the light that we've got is a little bit left of the sun that's just obviously set, and Venus quite high in the sky. Saturn and Mars also not giving off as much brightness as Venus is. It's still looking behind us. So you can imagine a Siamese cat sitting. That's exactly the pose that he's adopted at the moment. He's, I say, bolt upright and very focused. Remember, animals have all the time in the world. Sometimes it can take leopards 3 hours to hunt. Station approaching Ingwe. He's just looking like he's trying to Landella at the moment. The Ingwe is just to my left, but it looks like he's trying to Landella something just behind us.
Anybody else propose that?
Okay, whatever it is has moved a bit further around the back of us. It's actually looking just behind the vehicle now. Okay, it's actually going into stalk mode. It's actually moved away. I think it's going around the back of the vehicles, and there is something on my right. It's actually just moved off into the bush. Yeah, it's going to a very thick bush. I wonder if he saw another leopard or something then. That was very odd. There, lion. That's what it was. Stations, I've got one in Gala with the one in Ingwe at Gary Dam. 2 stations in the lock. Can you see him from there?
No, not really.
Let me see if I can move. Looks like quite a young male. Looks like it's a single male. See it from here. And there's 2. There's actually another male there. I wonder how long ago Mike saw the Majingi lions, because this looks a bit like them. It just goes to show why we keep the spotlight off, especially when they're showing that behaviour. If we'd have kept the spotlight on that leopard, these lions may have just seen the leopard. But as it is, I think they haven't. Oh no, here comes an injured line. I think it's possibly the golf course male. He's limping quite badly. So the second male is possibly the golf course.
Oh, I'm getting nervous.
No, he's in thick bush at the moment. He's actually just sat down. Stations made that to Ngala at Gary Dam. The Ingwe is fambed into the Shlateen in a southeasterly direction. And just as I was saying earlier, everybody, just goes to show how quickly circumstances can change.
Yes. Go.
I'm not too sure what's going on at the moment. This one male who we've been watching seems to be quite focused on something as well, so I don't know if he's looking to try and hunt something. There were some buffalo on the southern side of the dam, on the dam wall, and I'm just wondering if he's actually looking at that. But if he's with the injured male, he's going to have to bring down a buffalo by himself, and that's not an easy thing to do. And I don't think this male would be strong enough to be able to do that. I've not heard of one lion taking down a fully grown buffalo. It generally takes two at least, if not more. Are you standing by? Mark standing by? No, I don't think so. I think it's a golf course male that's limping, but I'm not too sure who he is. Triple M. I think they're up by the gate. No worries. No worries. I'm glad to see Induna definitely made his way out. There's the other line. I'm gonna see if we can move and see the other line. I think he might just cross the road. road in front of us. They're mobile now. But he seems to be walking fine in his other two, his other three legs. Unless the other two males that we saw weren't part of the Nkuhumas, because I think the kill that we had a while ago, the buffalo where we had the calf also killed, there was the 5 females and the 1 male, sorry, two males, and there was one that was limping quite badly. I wonder if it's the same individual. So it does look like they're wanting to try and hunt. Unfortunately, as I say, I can't put a spotlight on them at all, because we will interfere with what's going on. I'm going to have to start making my way to the other side. The game drive vehicles are going to start coming back to the lodge at the moment, so I'm not going to be able to stay here while the guests are in camp. So I'm going to start making my way over, and hopefully those lines will start to come closer to the camera at least. I'll just see where they are. They've moved on already. I'm going to go towards the down wall. I think there was a question coming through. Jared, do you want to send the question through? Hi Gareth, welcome on board this evening. Just wanting to know if the antelope will actually learn that if there's a vehicle there, that there's a predator there. Not necessarily, because obviously the vehicles stop to look at all sorts of things, so at the moment they haven't learned here that that's the case, although I have heard, unfortunately, hyenas have learned to associate a lot of vehicles in the Serengeti with cheetah, and cheetah being on kills in particular, because they don't see kills very often. And when they do, everybody responds. There we go, here comes the lions down onto the wall. But when they do respond, everybody responds. So unfortunately, the buffalo are here on the wall. We've actually got a roadblock going on here. I'm going to have to probably move out the way, because I think there's buffalo coming this side. I think this is what the lions are actually looking for. I can't switch the spotlight on at all, everybody, because if I do put it on the lions, the buffalo are going to know that they're there. If you put it on the buffalo, it's going to help the lions. So I really can't put a spotlight on at all. We're literally just going to have to sit in dark and just wait. I say, I know it's going to be frustrating for you guys not to see anything, but I really can't sway what's going to happen one way or the other. But as I say, up in the Masai Mara, everybody responds to those sightings, and the hyenas have learnt where there are vehicles, it's free food. And unfortunately they do chase off the cheetahs from their kill. I think the buffalo is slowly moving off of the dam wall. I really have lost view of, the one lion's actually at the water. I think they're actually drinking. He's moving around. Both of them are actually coming around the dam wall now. And they're actually moving towards the buffalo. I can just about make out the outline. I can't believe this male lion is actually going to try and attempt to take down one of these dugger boys, I think. It certainly seems that's the way it's going to be. Stations, it looks like it's Madoda and Gala is going to try and bambo one of the Nyari at Gary Dam. It's just myself and the lock. And here comes, I can see the outline of the second line. He's coming through. So it could be that's what he's going to come and help. He's coming up onto the dam wall. So I think the one male is stuck to, yeah, one male is stuck to, sorry? No, they've both gone now. So we've got the injured male lion on the dam wall. He's just coming up onto the wall at the moment, and the other male has gone along the side of the water's edge, and I think he's gone to almost go around the back of where the buffalo are. But the injured lion is just on the dam wall. It's just I can't quite see where he's gone now. He may, I know he's on the dam wall. He's actually lying on the dam wall now. So I'm literally just using the lodge lights at the moment. You can just see his outline. And apologies to anyone that's missing what's going on. We've got two lions making their way towards the Dugger Boy herd that we saw a little bit earlier as we made our way to the leopard. And I can't put the lights on. I can't interfere with what's going on here. You just have to sit and wait. You can just hear the snorts of the hippos occasionally as they're starting to leave the water. I can't see where the second male is now. I can only see the injured male on the wall. Can you see him?
No.
It's just probably about...
I can't see him with my hand in front of my face. I've got too many lights.
Oh, you've got too many. I don't think the buffalo are on the dam wall at all now. The wind is actually blowing down towards the lodge, so the wind should be in their favour. Obviously there's no moonlight really to show up the bodies, so they're under cover of darkness, so it's not really going to make any difference with the lion being on the dam wall or not. The buffalo probably aren't going to see him. Hearing nothing but the crickets and the odd call from the goose.
We are now on the northeast, very northeast, to the
Well, the goose has suddenly picked up the sound, the scent of the lion. He's calling. We still have the male sitting in the road. He's probably about 15 meters in front of us, sitting on the road. The other male, he walked along the side of the water's edge. I think the buffalo actually moved off behind the dam wall. I mean, I'll be very surprised if this injured lion is able to help pull down a buffalo. It really will. Okay. Hi Leslie. It's difficult to say how far away the predators are from the prey. I think the prey has actually moved off the dam wall. I think the buffalo have moved off the dam wall. I'm not seeing any shadows, I'm not seeing any outline of them at all further up ahead, which is where we first saw them at the other end of the dam. I'm only seeing the one male lion sitting in the middle of the road. So I can't see anything else at the moment. Just want to see if I can actually bounce a little bit of light, but we'll wait a few more minutes just to see if anything does happen. This is where we could use with infrared goggles. You can actually see. Okay, actually I think I can hear two buffalo. I think I see their shadow actually in the water. Just on the opposite side, below the camera actually. May or may not be them, but I'm hearing some splashing going on around there. think our male lion has actually moved. Yeah, he's just walking on the road at the moment. I think it might have just been the hippo I was hearing, and just maybe a shadow in the water. He's certainly carried on moving across the dam wall now. Which does make me wonder if the other lion hasn't been successful. I've not heard any hoofbeats, I haven't heard any sounds. Okay, I'm just going to see if we can just move along the dam wall, maybe get to the other side and just see if anything's happening that side. So it's been a while since I've actually seen the buffalo on the side of the dam wall. It's been a while since I've actually seen or heard anything from that side. I think it's safe for us to move. I don't think we're going to hinder anything. I'm just going to use a spotlight. Bounce light off. It's actually still on the dam wall. He's actually about halfway along the dam wall now. Did you hear any branches breaking outside? There's a couple of branches breaking. Okay, both lines are right at the other end of the dam wall now. I think I'm actually hearing movement below the dam wall, so I think the buffalo may have gone in there, but it could just be the wind moving around in there. And there was definitely the injured male was looking down below the dam wall just when I switched the light on just before. And again, apologies if anyone's just joining us. Apologies for sitting in darkness, but we are just literally in the middle of two lions trying to hunt a buffalo. One of the lions is injured. He's limping on his back left leg. I'm not too sure if it was the male, same male that we saw a couple of weeks ago, where they brought down a buffalo here at Gary Dam, where we caught it on camera with the rest of the Unkahuma pride, I think it was. It looked a little bit young to be the golf course male. I didn't really get a good shot of him. I wonder if anyone got a screenshot. They can maybe have a look. At the moment we have to sit in darkness so that we don't sway the hunt either way. If you can visualise, I'm not too sure where the buffalo are. I think they're below the dam wall, but I'm not entirely sure. But the two lions were at the opposite end of the dam wall from where we are, so it's on the camera side. So it is difficult to say who the other two males were that we saw earlier on this evening. They're not the same two. But I thought it could have been the two from the Unkahumas. But with seeing these two, I'm not sure now. Wonder if we can try and get an idea on them. The stations, I've still got the two Ngala at Gary down. I'm just wondering, I think the hippos definitely are keeping an eye on those lions. Getting some snorting from the water there. I say, if the buffalo are below the dam wall, then the wind is definitely in the lion's favour. Blowing towards the lodge, away from the wall at the moment. It's a northerly direction. Unfortunately, we are going to have to leave soon, as the other guests are going to be coming back, and we aren't allowed to be around by the lodge when the guests are back. Have gone. The trouble is trying to keep up with them on the dam wall. If something happens, it's going to be very difficult to maneuver off the dam. Completely melted into the bush.
night to come out on that. Maybe.
I don't know if we can get one final shot of them. I don't know if we're going to be able to get one final shot of them. No, that's it. Game over. The buffalo looks like they've just moved off too far. Let's get them there a bit closer. So I think we're going to leave these guys. Looks like the buffalo have moved off. They possibly will keep trying. They'll probably keep tailing them for the rest of the night. But I think, as I say, unfortunately we are too close to the lodge as well. I think we shall leave them to it. But wow, what an exciting afternoon, hey? 2 sets of male lions, the leopard, the rhino, the buffalo. But as I say, it just goes to show, it's so variable, you just don't know what's going to happen next. And it was the only reason why we knew those lions were there, was because Induna told us. Absolutely awesome. So we'll let these guys rest. As I say, see if we can catch up with them in the morning. And I think I'll be saying goodbye from myself, Herman and Jared. Take care, and we'll see you guys at 6 o'clock Central Africa time tomorrow morning. Bye for now. Okay.
Well folks, Jared here in final control, and bit of a longer and extended drive there just to see what happens. Lions managed to try and get a hold of some buffalo. It certainly seems that in front of Ruatila Lodge is quite a common place for lions and buffaloes to interact. But anyway, thanks very much for joining us and staying with us through a bit of leopard in the dark, and to be quite an exciting time for some lions and buffaloes. And as Tara said, join us tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock Central African time. We'll head out again for another 3 hours, or possibly longer, you never know. And we see what Mother Nature has to offer and its beautiful bush. From myself and the rest of the crew, we will see you in the morning. Cheerio folks.
The lock is open.